Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing sunny conditions out there to start the day this morning, as well as some cold and slightly breezy conditions. Did see the winds pick up last night as a boundary moved through the area. Have since seen those winds subside a bit. Do expect some slightly breezy conditions to continue as we move through the day today. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we can see the boundary that pushed through the area well to our south, and we'll see this area of high pressure slowly building in over our local area as we move through the day today and into tomorrow. Out ahead of it, we'll see this somewhat tighter pressure gradient continuing through the day today. It's going to bring those slightly breezy conditions and should see that start to weaken as we go into the evening time frame. Later on in the week, as we get into tomorrow, we'll see a clipper system moving through, fairly weak, not expecting much with the exception of some additional cloud cover and maybe a few flurries late tomorrow. Current conditions this morning, seeing clear skies, winds out of the northwest at 9 knots, temperatures at 23 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 57%. Take a look at the current visible satellite, still seeing some snow cover across mid and northern portions of the peninsula. Otherwise, clear skies across the area, just seeing some clouds well off the coast. Will remain mostly clear as we move through the next 24 hours. Maybe a few clouds around 2,000 to 3,000 feet, but overall mostly clear. And we'll see some high clouds building in as we get to the start of the day tomorrow. Looking at the high resolution model for the next couple days, again, we'll see slightly breezy conditions, but dry and chilly as we move through the day today. We'll struggle to reach freezing this afternoon. Otherwise, going into the evening, another very cold evening, likely getting down into the teens. We'll see that wind start to subside and some additional high clouds building in as we get to the start of the day on Thursday. We'll start to see that weak clipper system tracking mainly just north of the area. Again, can't rule out a few flurries around during the later part of tomorrow into the evening hours, but nothing that will be too impactful. Could see a slight pickup in the winds at times, so seeing some slightly breezy conditions through the day tomorrow, but should stay fairly brief and below our wind advisory criteria. Overnight into Friday, we'll start to see a moderation of the temperatures slightly to more seasonably average temperatures with our lows in the upper 20s and highs getting into the 40s, but still overall pretty chilly conditions and expecting mostly sunny conditions through the day on Friday. Could see slightly breezy winds at times, but again, should stay below that wind advisory criteria. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we do have a yellow risk for those low wind chills this morning, as those wind chills will be in the low teens. With the slight breeze picking up through the morning, we do have a yellow risk for winds that are above 25 knots through the working hours today, as we do expect those winds to become gusty once again, gusting up to 24 knots out of the west-northwest to northwest, sustained 9 to 14 knots. That should continue through the day today, and then we'll see those start to subside as we go into the evening, particularly as we get past the sunset time frame. We'll start to see those winds becoming fairly weaker. Again, seeing our temperatures struggle to get above freezing today, could briefly top out around 33 degrees this afternoon, and mostly clear skies, mostly sunny, chance of just a few clouds around 2,000 to 3,000 feet. Very slight chance we'll see a scattered deck around that level as we move through the day today. Into the evening, continued clear skies around, and those winds will lighten, staying out of the northwest, eventually becoming 4 to 9 knots sustained. That's going to allow temperatures to fall pretty quickly as we go into the evening, seeing again those low temperatures down into the teens. Looking at our low temperature expected around 18 degrees, and those winds becoming light and variable as we get into the start of the day on Thursday. Do pick up that yellow risk for those wind chills below 10, although not seeing much in the way of wind with those low temperatures. Would not take much to get those lower wind chill values. Do expect those wind chill values to be in the teens as we move through the early morning hours of Thursday, and then we'll start to see some of those upper level clouds moving in and a few mid-level clouds moving through. Tides are about a half a foot below normal at this time, and Thursday seeing partly to mostly cloudy conditions as that clipper system moves through. We'll see mainly just increase in cloudiness through the day. We'll see slightly breezy conditions at time. Again, could see those winds peaking up just below our wind advisory criteria, but right now looking at green conditions through Thursday. Very slight chance of a few flurries with that Clipper system moving through. High expected around 38 degrees. We'll see clouds on the decrease as that Clipper system moves out of the area Thursday night. Still seeing a slight breeze continue through the night. That's going to allow temperatures to remain fairly seasonable with a low around 28 degrees. It's about average for this time of year. Green conditions expected. That continues into Friday. We'll see partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions once again on Friday. We'll see a slight breeze through the day on Friday as well, but expecting again green conditions, and we'll see our high temperature up around 42 degrees, which is right about average for this time of year. That's going to wrap up the 8 to 15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.